Hello guys, Robot1 here coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video along with Charmander in the background as always. And in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are going to be doing a hand testing video for my Endymion Pendulum deck. Now, obviously the other day I showed you the deck profile, and today I want to show you how the deck works, random hands, combos, ends boards, pretty much everything you need to see when it comes to a deck. And that's pretty much what these videos are about. They're to show you random hands, they're to show you combos, and then to show you chances of end boards and what you can actually do with the deck. So hopefully guys you'll enjoy this video, hopefully you'll get an idea of how Pendulum Endymion works, and we're just going to go ahead and shuffle this up a bit more and start the video. And just to let you know guys, today I will be using dice as counters. The reason behind this is that it's just more convenient to use dice as counters, but just to let you know, you cannot actually use dice as counters anymore in official tournaments because Konami have said that you can't use them. The reason behind it normally is that if you have a dice on a card and the dice moves, then, well, you can't determine what counters it was on. So just to let you know guys, you can't do that in normal tournaments, but I'm just going to be doing it in this video because it makes it a lot easier for the video. So yeah, let's go ahead and start, and we'll be using dice for them. So draw our first 5 cards, and let's see what we get. So we got Desires, Ready Fusion, Servant of Endymion, Might Master of Magic, and Allure of Darkness. This hand is really good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off, obviously, by straight activating our Servant of Endymion, because that card is insane, and as soon as we activate it, it's the first thing we want to do, because we can then just go ahead and activate a ton of spells, and then go from there. So what we're going to do after that is we're going to go ahead and activate the Allure of Darkness, drawing 2 cards, and then banishing 1 dark monster in our hand. We'll banish the Chronograph because we can have 3 of it. We can also get something else. Yeah, we'll banish the Chronograph. Chronograph seems makes sense, and because of it, we get 1 spell counter on Servant of Endymion. After that, we're going to go ahead and activate Spellbook of Secrets, which will allow me to search from my deck to my hand a Blue Boy, giving this 1 counter, and then we're going to normal summon it to go ahead and get our knowledge. So we've instantly gone through our entire spellbook package. Right there. And then we're going to go ahead and also activate the knowledge, sending the Blue Boy to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, so we get an Allure and another Pot of Desires. This also goes up to 3 counters. So right now, our hand isn't amazing, because we got the 2 Desires, but it's absolutely insane because we've got all of this still. Like, we've activated, what, 2 cards, really, from our hand outside of the Servant, and we've already got 3 spell counters. So yeah, hand is really good. And we're going to remove 3 spell counters now to go ahead and summon the Servant of Endymion and a Jackal King. Reason behind this is, obviously, we want to prevent our opponent from, having negates. So going ahead and activating the Jackal King and summoning out the Servant with the Jackal King just allows us to get more resources on the board, and also allows us to go ahead and give us a negate because they both gain counters. So we gain 1 here, and we gain 1 on the Jackal King. So we have 2 counters on the board right now. It's going to go up in a second, don't worry. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Allure of Darkness now, which will draw us 2 cards. So we draw an Adductor, really nice, and we draw a Time Gazer, which is instantly getting banished. So that happens, and then this goes up by 2 counters, because we activated spell cards. So pretty much we banish the Time Gazer and the Chronograph now. Alright. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and activate Ready Fusion to go ahead and pay 1,000 life points and summon out our Musician King, the card that I only play because it's a spellcaster. And we're going to go ahead and gain 2 more counters on our Jackal King. After this, we're going to go ahead and link these 2. So we send the King to the graveyard and the Servant to the extra deck. And we're going to go ahead and summon out a Crowley. Reason, it's just a link 2 right now, and it's a spellcaster. So we summon the Crowley to the board, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go, and I just realized I made a slight misplay. I should have activated the Abductor before the Ready Fusion, but I think it should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and activate the Abductor now, and we're going to go ahead and activate the Desires. So we're going to go ahead and banish 10 cards. I was about to say 6, but my mind just wanted to. We need to banish 10 though. So we banish 10, we banish. That's a bit annoying because that stops us from getting a negate. 2 restage is also annoying, but as long as we get 1, I think it's fine. And no souls, so drawing a souls is very likely here. So we draw 2, we drew a Jackal King, And we also draw on a Law of Darkness. Okay, so we get a counter, and we can also potentially still get a souls. So this goes up to 7 now, counter-wise, and we're now going to go ahead and activate the Allure to draw 2 cards, a restage, that's really good, and an Endymion. So we didn't get, sadly, to the card that I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to a Magician's Souls, but nonetheless, this hand is still strong, and we can still make some plays. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and activate the Magician's Restage, and we're going to use it, after we've put counters on these, to go ahead and summon out our Blue Boy. We're then going to go ahead and link these two to go ahead and summon the Selene right there. And we're going to go ahead and have Selene go on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counters. So this is on 9. There we are. And then we're going to remove 3 counters from the Abductor to go ahead and search any Pendulum monster in our deck. Pendulum monster we're going to search is... What do I want to search? What do I want to search? I guess the best one to search would be a high scale, so probably the Mighty Master of Magic we're going to search. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add this to hand. And we're going to activate the Mighty Master of Magic, putting 2 more counters on the Jackal King. And... like, I'm just thinking, what do I really want here? I guess the best play now is to Pendulum Summon, and then go from there. So yeah, we're going to Pendulum Summon, 1 Mighty Master and the Jackal King. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the Endymion to go ahead and remove 6 counters from the Jackal King, putting it down to 5 counters. Special summoning it to the board and destroying the restage, which will allow us to actually play it. So, and it will get 1 counter on it because we can. We're then going to go ahead and remove 3 counters from the Selene, putting it down to 6. And we'll go ahead and special summon out the Blue Boy. We're then going to go ahead and overlay the 2 Mighty Masters of Magic to summon out the Absolute Dragon. And because of the type of board that we have, I can do I could do 2 things. I could do these 2 to go ahead and then make a cross sheet, but then I've got nothing engraved because I summoned the Blue Boy. So it's probably best to go ahead and link these 2. Summon out a IP Masquerena. Then the Absolute Dragon will trigger, which will summon out the Vortex. So that's pretty much where we stop. So this end board right now is what? It's a Selene with 6 counters, a Jackal King with 5, a Vortex, and during my opponent's turn, we're going to go ahead and use the Selene, which will reduce it to 3, to summon back an Endymion. So pretty much this board is what? It's 2 monster negates, an Omni negate, a Selene that revives the Endymion, an IP Masquerena that will go ahead and summon probably out an Appaloosa or maybe a Nightmare Unicorn to shuffle something back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm pretty sure this has some extra counters on it. I just haven't put them on. I think it has 1 for the Endymion activation. I think, so we'll just say it has 1, because I just realized I didn't put counters on it. I was upgrading these, but I wasn't doing this one. And yeah, so that is actually a really solid end board for our first game. We didn't draw souls as well, and we went down a slightly different route because we could have made 2 Selenes, but I didn't choose to, and because of that we actually have the Selene for next turn as well. So not a bad first test hand right there. Like, that's actually pretty decent. We've got a very good end board, and honestly, I get like 4 negates and an interaction is nothing to scoff at. So yeah, that's pretty much our opponent's entire hand dealt with because of 4 negates. So let's go ahead and go on to another test hand though, and hopefully get a better hand, or at least a different hand that would be better. Because, like, when it comes to pendulums, there are hundreds of different hands, hundreds of different combos, and hundreds of different routes. It just depends on the opening hand and what you draw. Like, every time it's probably going to be something different, and every time it's going to be like, oh, what am I going to draw? Oh, am I going to search? Like, you're always searching and you're always drawing, and it's one of the reasons why Draw Lockbird hurts this deck so much. But, nonetheless, it is fine. So, we go ahead and shuffle this up. Nice, good shuffle. And then we will draw 5 cards. So, next hand, let's see what we got. So we got Souls, a Spell Power Mastery, Into the Void, Endymion, and Magical Abductor. This is actually a very good hand. So, what we're going to do is, how do I want to play this? Now, I've got 2 choices here. I could go ahead and activate the Abductor, then activate the Spell Power Mastery. Or I could go Spell Power Mastery, go ahead and search the Servant, activate the Servant, activate this, then activate this, which is a bit risky because if we don't draw a way to play a spell, we lose. So I think the best route is definitely probably going into the Abductor and then activating the Spell Power Mastery to go ahead and search a Servant, and we see what happens from there. I think that's the best, because that gives us free on this, and it means we can normal summon and go into a potential spell card there, yeah. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to start off with the Magical Abductor. Go ahead and summon, activate the Spell Power Mastery, which will end up giving this 2 counters, and we will go ahead and search a Servant of Endymion. So we get the Servant. Okay, so we got the Servant. That engrave. Add the Servant to hand. Activate the Servant, putting this on free, and then we'll activate Into the Void, which will draw us a card. Chronograph Sorcerer. See, if we went the other way, we would have probably not been able to play the game. So this goes up to 4, and this goes up by 1. And then we're going to go ahead and remove free from this. And we're going to go ahead and grab any Pendulum monster that can be normal summoned. We'll just grab an Abductor. Just because it's a level 4, so we can Pendulum summon it later. So we'll grab an Abductor, then we'll use the Magician's Souls, which will send a Mighty Master of Magic to the grave. Special summoning it. And then we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Abductor, and then link these 2 to summon Crowley. Now, obviously, if we do not get these secrets here, or we don't get a good card, or if we get the blue boy, we kind of are in a very bad position. But if we do get what we want here, which is the secrets, then we are just fine and we go off. So that's really, really nice. But we'll have to see what we get. If we get the knowledge, it's a chance. If we get the prophecy, we basically just pass turn. There's nothing else you can do after that because we wasted our normal summon. We had to do it as well. Well, we didn't actually have to go into the Servant of Endymion. We could have done a different play, but I feel like the Servant is just so strong that it's worth the risk. So yeah, we go ahead and reveal these 3. We don't add them to hand. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. We got the secrets. So that is actually sick because now we're going to use the secrets with both of these gaining 1. And we're going to add the knowledge to hand. And then these will go into the deck and we'll shuffle it up. So yeah, really good. Not gonna lie. Like, we got really lucky there getting the secrets because now we get additional spell counters. We're going to be able to summon the Servant. This is actually really, really good. And we have to waste the Crowley, sure, but I think that's fine in the long run. So we go ahead and add this to hand. We're going to go ahead and then use the Spellbook Secrets, Spellbook of Knowledge. Sending this to graveyard, drawing 2 cards. Drawing a Desires and an Upstart, so that's really good. Both of these gain 1. And then we're going to remove 3 from the Servant of Endymion. Summoning the Servant and the Jackal King, which are both going to be on 1. Okay, so far so good. Obviously as well, if we just drew monsters, it would be kind of bad. So we've done that. What we're going to do now is we're going to activate the Chronograph Sorcerer, giving this 2 more counters, and this 1 more counter. And then we're going to use Chronograph to kill itself, to go ahead and summon... Is it the Time Gazer on the bottom? No, okay. We're going to go ahead and summon the Time Gazer Magician. Like so. We're then going to go ahead and link... no, we don't link yet. What we're going to do is we're going to upstart Goblin, which will give this 2 more counters and this 1 more counter. To draw a card, another chronograph, okay. Not really what I wanted, but I guess. And then we're going to go ahead and 12 Desires. So 3, 6, 9, 10, banishing 10. What did we lose? We lost a Chrono, Magician's Restage. Right hand again, that sucks. Like every time we lose right hand, it actually really does annoy me. 2 Reflection, okay, this is not the best. I really would. That's not good. That's not good, but it's not the worst. We can still play. So we banished those, and we draw 2. So we drew a Desires, and we drew an Alot. And I'm pretty sure we've already used the Souls, yeah. So that happens, we get 2 counters here, 1 here. And then what we're going to do is... So how many restages are left? Because we want 1 restage. So yeah, we can still restage, so that's good. So we're going to go ahead and use the Allure of Darkness to draw 2, an Adductor, and a blue boy, god damn it. We're going to have to banish the Chronograph. And then... Oh, I really wanted the restage, because the restage will give us 2 more draws. But I just summoned back the Magician's Souls that's in our graveyard, and then discard the cards that we've already used to go ahead and get it off. Oh, that's really annoying. Oh well, it's fine, we can still play through it. It's just not... We lose our Pendulum Summon. That's the worst thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and activate that. And then we're going to go ahead and Pendulum... I think we only need Pendulum 1. Yeah, we only need to Pendulum 1. So we're going to Pendulum the Chronograph Sorcerer. Also, these go up by 1 because I activated the Endymion. So this is on 7, this is on 9. And then we're going to go ahead and link. 1, 2, 3. Summon out the Selene. And Selene is on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Pretty good. We're then going to go ahead and remove 3, not 6. Putting it down to 6. And we're going to summon out the My Master. We're then going to go ahead and use... Maybe I should have Pendulum summoned 1 more. That was a bit of a mistake. No, it's fine still. We're going to go ahead and... use the Mighty Master to remove 6 off this Selene to summon it out, and then we'll pop the Abductor to go ahead and have 1 spell counter as this, but it doesn't matter because we're just going to overlay the 2 to go ahead and make the Absolute Dragon, which will then link these 2 with this to go ahead and make the Cross Sheep again. Where is it? There it is, the Cross Sheep. And then we'll summon the Vortex, and then the Cross Sheep will trigger, which will allow us to summon out the Magician's Souls. And we'll go ahead and use the Magician's Souls to send the Pot of Desires to grave to draw a card. Instant Fusion. Not something we can actually use right now, but not bad. Well, we can actually use it. That's not a bad idea as well. We'll do it in a sec. So we're going to go ahead and now... link summon again these 2 to summon out the Selene, and Selene should be on like 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yay, I got it right. So it's on 8, and then we can remove 3 from this, putting it on 5 to go ahead and summon the Endymion back. And if I wanted to, there is a really cheeky play I could do where I'm like right now, the board is pretty much, we have a Monster Negate, we have the Omni Negate, we have a Spell and Trap Negate, and we have a Revive to summon back another Spell and Trap Negate. But a cheeky play we could actually do here is activate the Magical Abductor, use the Instant Fusion, giving this 2 more counters and this 1 counter. So it means we won't have to return this for the Mighty Master. summon out the Millennium Eyes, and then end phase the Millennium Eyes dies. But what we could do is, we could go ahead and remove 3 counters from this to revive the Millennium Eyes instead of the Mighty Master of Magic engrave. So that way, if our opponent attempts to play a monster or use a monster effect, the Millennium Eyes is just going to steal the monster. So that's effectively another negate. So pretty much, we have a pretty good board here where we have an option to go into another Mighty Master of Magic, or we have an option to just go into this to steal a monster, negate it. We have a monster negate, we have an Omni negate, and we have a spell and trap negate. So second hand, not bad as well. Like, we drew really nice. Well, it wasn't really nice to start off. It was really awkward, and we didn't really get the best of draws. Like, this was a really kind of lucky hand if you really think about it, because the end draws were really, really bad, but not a terrible hand in the end, though. So, yeah, that's pretty much how some Pendulum hands go. If you draw a really, really weird hand, you can sometimes just go completely off. Like, it really does depend how you go. Like, for instance, that hand was really weird at the start. Like, we had to go Abductor, then the Servant, to go ahead and guarantee other things and make the board absolutely insane. And at the end, we just got there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and shuffle this up and do one more test hand, though. And we will call that a video after that. So let's go ahead and finish shuffling this up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll see what we get in the last hand. That shuffle was terrible. I saved it, but it was terrible. Okay, so last hand. Let's see what we get. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what we got. So we've got 7 of Endymion, absolutely insane. Restage, really good. Chronograph, really good. Ready Fusion and a second Restage? This hand is good. This hand is really good. Okay, let's play this hand. So we're going to start off with our Servant of Endymion. And we're going to go ahead and activate Chronograph Sorcerer, giving the Servant 1 counter. We're then going to kill the Chronograph to go ahead and... let me just make sure I didn't accidentally leave anything yet. Just my paranoia for a second there. Go ahead and summon the Time Gazer Magician. Summon that there. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Ready Fusion, which will allow us to summon the Musician King, which will give this another counter. Why I really like Ready Fusion, it just gives you more counters and a monster. Then we're going to link these two to summon out the Crowley, which will reveal Blue Knowledge, Blue Boy, and Secrets. Where is it? Secrets. Which we need to roll a dice for to see what we're going to get. Hopefully this is the Secrets of the Blue Boy. If it's the Knowledge, it's okay, but the Secrets and the Blue Boy would be the best. So yeah, we want these two. So we're going to go ahead and then roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the Knowledge. We got the Knowledge. It's fine though. We can still use it. We can still go off a bit. So we get the Knowledge. Also, it kind of ruins our Ready Fusion, our restages right now, which is a bit annoying. But it's fine. We can play through it probably. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So we get that. And then... Decisions. Okay. Because of our current game state, we definitely have to go ahead and use the Knowledge here. So we send that to grave and draw 2. Desires and Reflection. That's pretty nice. It comes down to what we get for the Desires, but it's still a really good draw nonetheless. So I'm going to remove 3 counters from this, especially the Servant and the Jackal King. Okay, not bad. They both have 1 counter. So this is 1, and this is 1. We're then going to activate the Reflection, which will give this 2. And then we're going to activate the Desires. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gives this 2 more, and we draw 2. Pop Desires, Souls? Potentially. And what do we banish? So we banish the Blue Boy. That's actually nice. I don't want the Blue Boy in my deck anymore. We banish the souls, a restage, instant fusion. It's not bad. It's not terrible. And we get 1 counter here as well. Okay, so this hand is going to come down to what we get off the Allure. So what we're going to do is we're going to set all of these. Yeah, we're going to set all of these. And then we're going to activate Allure. So we draw 2. Oh! No, we have to banish the souls! Then you can banish 1 card from your hand, or if you do not have any in your hand, send... Okay, that's really upsetting. Okay. So... Oh, I don't know how we do this now. I think that's just an end turn, to be completely honest. Because we can activate the restages, but that does nothing. We can make a cross sheet, does nothing, an IP that does nothing. Artemis that does nothing. Yeah, we hit the dead hand. We hit the dead hand. Like, in all honesty, drawing the double desires and the restages was good. Like, if we got the spellbook of... If we got Blue Boy. If we literally got Blue Boy, the hand would have been insane. Like, 1 Blue Boy means that we can go into Selene, we can go into, like, anything in our graveyard, we can go into multiple different cards, we can potentially even draw more cards. Like, it's such a good hand, but because we drew the souls with the desires, we couldn't go further. But, guys, that is the last test hand I wanted to do. Like, you've seen 2 really good hands, and you've seen what can sometimes happen when you brick, or when you get bad RNG on your luck. Like, honestly, the hand was absolutely insane. It was just really unlucky how we didn't get to the point where we could just use the restages to summon more, use the Selene to go into more plays. Like, it was just unfortunate that we didn't get the Blue Boy or the secrets. Like, it was literally a 1 out of 3 chance, well, 2 out of 3 chance, but we got the short end of the straw and got the knowledge. And sadly, we drew the Allure with the, with the souls. And what was the next draw? Another Allure, which would have gotten us what? We would have gotten a Chrono and an Upstart Goblin. So, yeah, that's actually the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you learned a bit about Pendulum Endymion, and I hope you learned how to play the deck a bit. Notice the combos, notice some of the routes, saw how kind of RNG the deck is, because if you don't really draw the cards that you need at specific times, or you don't draw more combo pieces, or you don't have, like, the souls for the restages, the hands can be pretty dead. But nonetheless, there is a lot of consistency in this deck. There is a lot of ways to get to these cards, so hands like these do rarely very happen. So anyway, guys, that is all I actually have to say for this video. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you did like it. Honestly, I love this deck. I really do love the Endymion Pendulum deck. It's a really, really fun deck that can hit on an absolutely insane board, and it's just really, really cool to play nonetheless. But guys, hope you did enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Check out all the links in the description below, and that's all I've got for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you later.